Welcome to 4th and 10. Right here on Speaker.
Is it out yet?
Spotify, Google Play. What? What's that?
Yeah.
We're talking about vulnerability, y'all.
Vulnerability. Vulnerability. We're all
Got 3 dudes on the podcast. Didn't expect that to pop up,
wow.
did you?
Here's things that make us cry.
Well, I'm kicking over to Damon. Is Wild Robot out?
Oh, Wild Robots, oh yeah, for sure.
Is it good?
Fantastic.
That move,
Top 5 this year.
just the trailer alone made my girlfriend tear up.
Top 5 this year.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, that movie is gonna ruin me. I'll never watch it.
John Glasgow's in the chat. He says, "Good morning, fellas." John,
Morning,
as a producer, I got a
John.
question for you.
So-
Are you a vulnerable man? Do you like to cry? John
I think we
Glasgow.
know John's answer.
John had his tear ducts removed surgically.
He removed them and then he threw them at a woman.
Yeah.
Welcome.
John weaponized his tear ducts.
All right,
He
Jeremy.
melted them down into BBs.
Jeremy
And he
Pinsel
shot
says,
them out of
"Morning,
his
y'all."
window.
And Justin Taylor says, "Let's
Do
go."
it. Got a good one for you today.
There we go. Let's just jump into later. My name is Nathan Owens. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Nathan Owens Comedy or NathanOwensComedy.com. David produced with
Did
me.
you get a haircut?
No.
Do something to your hair?
So
Something different?
Kroger ran out of my normal hair
That was a sentence.
hair treatment.
What do you use?
I hate saying this.
Say it.
You already said
We're vulnerable today.
We are vulnerable. It's Axe. There's an Axe brand.
You shouldn't have said that.
Right.
All right. My name is
look,
David Perdue. You can follow me at Twitter at DoOrDie. That's at DueOrdie or Instagram in the same way.
I search for anything that's low shine, medium hold.
Okay. That was a phrase.
And then I had to get something off
Low
of
shine.
That's a phrase.
off
Medium
of
hold.
Amazon.
Medium. Check.
So
All right.
I don't know what it's doing right now though. Does it look shorter?
I don't know.
What's it
It's
doing?
different.
It does
I'm
look
not
a
mad
little
at it.
different.
Okay, it's better.
It's
not here.
different.
I will never say anything
We're
about a white man
being
that's better.
we're being vulnerable.
It's just, I can't do it.
Yeah, David can be vulnerable, but he can't compliment white men.
I can't do it.
Can you say greater than or equal to?
It is noticeably different in a
Oh,
way that goes, okay.
Well,
In a
okay.
way that you did not hurt my feelings over.
Yeah.
John Glasgow did just chime
I
in.
ain't trying to hurt your feelings.
All right.
John said that yes, he does both, but his wife and daughter have all of his tear ducts, which
Oh,
makes that's
all right.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like, he gave one to his wife and then one to
Yeah,
his daughter.
yeah.
Nobody's ever hid behind their wife and daughter before.
I think he's saying he only cries for them.
I respect.
No, that's good. Only
Yeah.
tears for them. That's
Hey,
how a
listen.
James Bond movie.
That's more than most people.
That's true.
That
Most
is.
people, like I saw my dad cry twice. It was whenever some team won.
Yeah.
And then like a dog died.
Yeah. That's
it.
facts. That's
Or
facts.
his favorite team ran over his dog.
Yeah. See. Oh.
Oof.
Well, that,
Tough
that's
combo.
Yeah.
that's
Also, Damon Sumner.
I just cut to Damon and he's just like, whatever.
dogs.
If Damon saw the Raiders hit a dog, he would be like, I think I like this team more.
Listen, man, what's going on, good people? Hit up, Instagram, TikTok. If you're looking for comedy or book smut, that's where I am. Damon Jr. 2, DAMONJR at the number 2.
So you've gotten to the smutty part of this book
I've been in the
series?
smut, baby. I'm book 3.
Ooh.
Come on, baby.
I have not, look, I support you,
Thank you.
but once I started seeing reviews from other people about the rest of this book series that you're going through,
Oh yeah.
and when they were talking about when
They were like, has
when
he
I
got to
saw
the-
gross comics being like, this book crosses the line, I was like, all right, well, I guess I gotta mute Damon because I
Weak.
know what he's gonna say about
They're
it.
weak. Smut. It's actually a kind word. S-M-U-T.
SMUT.
You know, it's not really a word I use a lot.
I've never heard you use it, not one time.
Thank you for
Yeah.
that. But you're looking for a good time. Rock with your boy.
Real quick, y'all, run, don't walk, hit subscribe, hit the bell to get notified,
Bye.
and you might win $1,000.
Ooh.
You might.
Yeah. We make
$1,000.
$1,000 on the line.
100.
Stop acting like y'all don't need
I don't need
$1,000.
$1,000.
Or your friends don't need $1,000.
My whole family signed up.
Yeah.
Why not?
Your family can win. Mine can't. I've disqualified all my family members.
We do have some more Scam Boogie.
Scam Boogie. What up, man?
It says great jersey choice, Nate.
Thank you.
That is one of the top Hawks jerseys.
That's great. I think Matumbo is spelled correctly too.
And then
because-
Glasgow got a good dig at it. Nate said, "Yeah, I don't cry over sports, but I cry over my family's achievements." Nate.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go back and
My
forth.
achievements aren't sad. So
We're not gonna go back and forth.
Attacking his family.
Let's get to work.
what are we talking?
We're enough for comments, Joe. We gotta get to work.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in,
Back
everybody.
and forth.
We appreciate y'all so much. Let's jump in.
Let's go to work.
it. first topic. Let's knock out the WNBA finals first.
Man.
Jonathan, go grab a cup of coffee. Liberty win. It's their first finals win.
Man, this season was amazing, top to bottom, and it ended with a great finals, bruh.
Phenomenal season.
Golly.
A entertaining yet controversial end to the finals.
Sure, this is a fair statement.
A lot of people feel that the Lynx were not treated fairly in Game 5. Now, I did not see it personally. I've seen replays of it.
Sure.
A lot of people said at the end of the game, if you didn't catch it, there's an inbound pass to Brittany Stewart.
Who?
Brianna Stewart.
There we
Yeah,
go.
There we go. Okay.
Who this man talking about?
Thank you for catching
You
that.
looking
It was
like poses out here.
What?
So it goes into one girl.
Yeah. What
And
is
she's
gals?
like,
Caught
she's
it?
like, what do I do with this
That skirt
basketball?
pulled up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one broad gets the ball.
Yeah. And somebody right now is like, this is my type of podcast.
There we go.
Yeah.
Forget the silly stuff.
Yeah.
Let's get to these dames.
Yeah. Put these women in a place.
Brianna Stewart takes the inbound. People pointed out multiple things. People think that she walked initially when she got the inbound, and then a foul was called on the shot, which ended up being the go-ahead points and the series-winning points. I immediately start getting texts from both of y'all. David, you said you called it, quote, you said Nate levels of tinfoil hattery.
Yeah, man. I know too much now, guys. I got too many sources now. I know too much about how games go. I'm not gonna say I'm full on Nate, but I know too much. That's all I'll say.
That's all he'll
That's
say.
all I'll say for now.
That's all he'll say.
I might say more on it later.
Okay.
But yeah, no. I mean, if you toss it to me, I've never once in my life put an asterisk next to anything. Y'all know me. Normally, I'm like, the game is the game.
Yeah.
This is how we go.
As you should.
2 reasons why I cannot, in good conscience.
Don't do it, David.
No. Here, two reasons why.
David, don't do this.
No. I got to do this. One, because I picked the Lynx to win,
You didn't pick the Lynx.
Sure.
and I would have been right. And one thing will make me go over the edge
You're being
is
right.
when I should have been right,
Yeah, I see you.
and I wasn't right.
Uh-huh.
The second thing is, if you watch the replay of that inbound pass, it was, first off, definitely a walk. She took 6 steps. I saw it myself. I saw the slow-mo replay.
We can affirm that
It was a
NBA
juke
and
shuffle.
WNBA players don't always get caught for their travels.
Okay,
This is a factual statement.
but this was an egregious one.
Sure.
This is an egregious one, and then the foul wasn't a foul. Here's what makes it more upsetting: is the WNBA's replay policy. They can go back and make that call
Sure.
on it, where the NBA can't. So if they see it, like we all saw it, in the NBA, it's like, we missed that. That's not what you were challenging. We can go back and do that. They saw what we all saw and still didn't do
Let's
it.
be very clear. This happens in regulation.
Yes.
This is a regulation foul.
At the end,
The
at the end of the game.
the two free
yes.
throws, because people probably didn't watch. This leads to her hitting 2, and then them going to overtime.
To overtime.
Just want to be clear. Of the
Yeah, yeah.
context.
Which is what a lot of
Want to
people.
be clear of the
It's what a lot of
context.
people said is like, look, that call might have been bad,
Sure.
but the Lynx also lost in overtime.
Right, but you're also talking about an overtime where now your best player has to go into it with 5 fouls, right? And the FISA call had to go into it with 5 fouls. If the game is there, like that's different momentum.
No,
that
wasn't Collier's foul. That was Smith's foul.
I know that wasn't Collier's foul. What I'm saying is having to play 4 more minutes or however long overtime is with 5 fouls is different than having to play 30 more seconds with 5
This
fouls,
is true.
right? Because she eventually fouled out the game.
Yeah.
By then it was already over.
Sure.
All I'm gonna say is, I'm gonna reveal what I know. I only know one, and this is not like inside
Give the people the
WNBA.
info. Give it to
but
us.
like I had a conversation one time not too long ago with a actual referee.
Look at that. Our sources tell
An
us.
actual referee. They showed they referee women's game, Europe. They've done it all. And we started talking about calls specifically, and this woman said one thing she learned is that from somebody who coaches a lot of people is your goal as a referee is to have the game come to an amicable end. Nothing is more amicable that game than in New York than New York winning that game. That's all I will say.
So to be very clear, because you said a lot of words.
Yeah, I said
You're
a lot
putting
of
an
words.
asterisk on
It
this championship. Is that what you're saying?
It was so egregious of a bad call.
Bruh.
I've
Not-
seen bad calls.
not just
that
David.
call was not even that bad.
The Lynx head
I'm gonna
coach.
respectfully
Man.
disagree.
So, Roka, this is the quote
I know.
I
Just
saw
give her the
last
quote.
night.
Give
We'll
her
get
the
the quote.
man.
Cheryl Reed, the Lynx head coach, said, quote, that shit was stolen from us.
Stolen.
And I'm standing with her.
It
Stolen.
I'm
It
standing
took
with
them
her.
28 years, Congrats to them.
Stolen.
We were close to our 5th.
The script writers was writing.
Listen
Damon ain't never gonna see a call.
Stolen.
He ain't never gonna see a call that he's gonna say no. I'm he's not gonna do that. That's not who you are as a person.
Listen to me.
That's not you as a person.
How many games?
That's
That's what I'm saying.
How many games did they play?
Hey, bro.
How many games did they play?
They play 5.
They played 5 games.
Yeah.
There was 5 opportunities.
WNBA, go to 7 games
win.
next
They
year.
are. They 5 opportunities to win 3. They went to 5. The opportunities could have had in game 3, game 4, and game 5, and you didn't win it.
But I hate this conversation when we act like that stuff.
No, hold on.
Doesn't
The
matter.
series, it does matter. But also matters is the other 4 games you could have won.
But does that matter at the end?
It does.
Not the same way.
It is. It matters the same way
respectfully
because
disagree.
there is a series. So I could have beat you in 1, 2, 3, 4, and I could have beat you in 5 in regulation. I didn't. What we can get upset at, because the call, we can agree or disagree on the call. The call is what it is. What we can also agree on is that their 2 best players, all right, played trash. Stewart and Sabrina,
Not good.
bad games.
Bad games.
Minnesota, you got to win that game.
They
If
were
you're
going
like,
to win
just
it.
like we'll get to the football, we'll get to NFL in a minute. If Mahomes has 1 ankle and no great receivers, Eagles, you got to win that game. 49ers, you got to win that game. You got to win and capitalize on moments that you have.
You were going to win.
No.
And then the
you could have
referee
won
said
3, 4, or 5.
Right. And
Stop
you were
trying
gonna
to put it.
It's
man, you
not
can't-
trying to put it. If
the
you
ref
see
thing
it
is a
from-
weak excuse
It's
to
not
me.
in this case because they put it in place. We can change.
What
the
about
call.
overtime?
You can change the call.
Sure.
Explain why they didn't change the call then.
Maybe we don't know. What we do know,
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's so like
we don't know that. What we do know is that they played.
What don't we know?
We don't know the reasoning of why they did or didn't. We can't.
Of course we don't.
But what we do know.
But it's clear as day that it was a
no,
travel.
it's not clear.
It is
a
very
disagreement. Oh, the travel.
everybody.
The travel's clear.
Travel happens
clear.
all the time in basketball.
But they have the opportunity to review.
Yes, but they don't always do it.
No,
So
but they can. That's what I'm
did
saying.
they play in overtime?
Of course.
There we go. So they could have won the game.
Yes, and I can say the same thing about the call. So what are we saying?
We're saying they didn't lose the series because of the call.
I'm saying they did because they had it won, and then the referee
They
didn't.
didn't
do
have
their
it
job.
won. They had to come back. They were losing at halftime. They had to come back. They didn't have it won.
2 shots got them the game. They don't. If she doesn't get that foul,
Didn't get them the
call-
game. It got them to overtime.
What are you talking about?
It was a regulation, not overtime win. That shot leads
Why are
them
you
to
acting
overtime.
like if she doesn't get that call, they don't win the game?
New York is losing in this moment for context.
Right. And if they
Okay.
don't get that call, if New York doesn't get that call, the Lynx win the game.
Lynx win the game.
Yes.
So what are you saying? Why you acting like that's not important?
So what I'm saying, no, it is important. What I'm
Okay.
saying is they had a chance to win their finals that was stolen from them in overtime.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with that.
Okay, so the call wasn't the only reason they.
No, that's
The series
No,
was stolen.
but the call, but the fact that the refs, but the fact that it looks like the refs interjected.
They didn't. They called it, and
At
whether
a
you
mo-
agree or disagree, it happened.
The fact that the refs interjected at a moment that the Lynx
The
could
most
have
crucial
won.
moment of the game.
That's what it. That's where it feels like.
It was stolen.
Yes.
Because we all saw the travel. I'm typically where you're at. This is why I'm worked up, because I'm typically like, hey, you got to play.
You gotta
but
play.
I've never seen someone where the rules are lined up, where you have the ability to do the right thing.
We haven't seen bad calls like this in big moments.
Okay.
The
I'm
Saints,
not-
game,
I'm
the
not-
Saints game years ago in the
We're
playoffs.
talking about something very different. There's a
We're
different-
not. We're talking about
If you let
bad
me
calls
finish,
in
if
big
you let me
moments.
I think.
finish,
Well, so here's
if you
the
let
thing.
me
Then
finish.
you had to interlude
But
for
you're
3
not,
minutes up
but
top.
you're not hearing what I'm saying.
I'm hearing you.
No,
We just disagree on
No,
it.
the Saints call is something they can't change
They
that
can't
call.
review it.
They can do
Was
in
it a
this
bad
case.
call?
Yes.
Bro, they literally
Okay.
don't have the rule to do that in that other instance.
Sure, I
In
hear
this,
that.
they
But was it a
did,
bad call
and they
that
did it.
impacted a win or loss? That's true.
But, okay.
Is that true?
Yeah, of course.
There we
It was
go
like-
then.
but
Bad calls happen.
You're not-
You have a whole
Right.
game to win.
But you're not.
But it's
Help
but
me.
it's the fact that it's
There's
a
a caveat here.
reviewable call.
Yes.
That
Got
is-
it.
that
the
is what
Saints
is
thing was not
egregious.
reviewable.
Yes. We
Bad calls happen
I'm
all the
with
time.
bad
Yes, we
calls.
agree on this.
But the fact that it was a bad call on top of them refusing
Only
to
some-
review a controversial
only so many people
call.
think it was a bad call.
Pivotal.
Everybody doesn't
Everybody in
think
New
it was a
York
bad
doesn't think it's a bad call, obviously.
Right.
Here's how I know it's a bad call. Here's how I know it's a bad call.
Because what?
Here's how I know, and everybody knows it's a bad call. When they interviewed the Liberty after about the call, the whole room laughed.
Sure.
Because they're like, obviously we got this. There was a laugh about that.
Sure.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm
But also,
I'd be salty if I,
I
was a
mean,
Lynx.
we've seen this in the NBA all the time. It's not necessarily everybody goes, that's a bad call, review it.
Was the
It's-
you didn't
it's-
see the game, did you?
I know.
So do you think the caller, based off information you know, lost them the series?
Yes.
So the series was stolen to you?
I think that game was stolen.
That whole game?
All
the minutes they played top to bottom?
The regulation, yes. In a pivotal moment.
Yeah, we gonna act like pivotal moments don't matter.
They do.
The refs.
It's not the only thing that matters.
It is in that point.
No.
In a pivotal
right now it's running. Boom. Foul. 3.8 seconds. Minnesota's up 2.
Right.
In the fourth quarter.
Right. Are we understanding that if they don't make the call that should have been made, then they win the game?
Yes, we already agreed on that.
All right. I'm done.
She gets the call, ties it, goes to overtime. The call can't be the only. My key word.
Yes, it can in this case.
No, it can't
if
be.
you don't do it, they win, and that's where I'm out.
So here's the thing.
So many steps.
Is the Lynx did everything they had to do to win this game.
They did everything.
They should have won this game, and the refs intervened, and they lost the game. So by that standard, the refs took the game from them.
We just gonna disagree, but it's cool though. It's all good.
And yes, they lost in overtime.
Yeah, I'm not denying.
I'm not saying. I'm saying the refs
shouldn't win the overtime.
I'm saying the refs took regulation from them. I don't care about the other games because it is a series. But this was a series-ending game, so the whole series is on this moment. The refs interjected themselves, which is it's one of my biggest pet peeves about officials. I think you let this moment play out, which is what a lot of times in the NBA does.
If you let it play out and the other team gets upset about it,
what are you going to get upset about? It's contact.
We can see it.
The call did not steal the series. I think the
You're
emphasis
right. I
for
agree.
me,
It didn't steal the series, stole the game, and that's where I'm at.
But the game
is the series.
Yes.
Yes. So therefore, it did for people's eyes right there.
Yeah.
So it was a fantastic series. It was a fantastic finals.
And that's why I hate that it ended like this.
Exactly.
Because I think this took away from how good the Lynx have been all year.
They didn't take away from anything. It was a fantastic year.
The fact that we're talking about it, it takes away from
It didn't take anything away from you, but I don't think you can deny that the media, the story around the WNBA finals has been this call.
So you feel the same way about do you feel the same way about the Chiefs Eagles pass interference defense?
Here's why I say that's different. And here's why I say it's different is because it was unreviewable.
It's
unreviewable. This is my whole work. It was unreviewable. That part of the game is the game because they literally cannot do that. Yeah. The WNBA in their review policies put something in there and say, hey, if we miss something, we can do something. And then for them to see it, like we all saw it, and then not do something, that's why I say it's different. Because, again, in NFL...
So specifically for you, it hinges on if it was reviewable or not.
Yeah.
So take out human error.
No, they put it in place to remove human error.
But that human still has to make the decision. The ref still has to say yes or no.
Why is that human different from everybody else who saw it?
It's not everybody else. It's people who wanted to go that way.
Let me ask you.
There's no wanted. We all saw it.
Let me ask you. You've just seen
You didn't see that?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, well.
You're reviewing it.
What's up?
What is that called?
What is that called?
You are given that replay and you are asked make a call as an official.
You're asking me, is that a foul or not a foul?
Is it a walk? Is it a foul? Is it a foul? Are you calling that foul?
First of all, I didn't even catch the step. So if you said it was a travel, cool. I wasn't even paying attention to the step. You want to talk about the contact?
Yes. Are you
Joe,
calling that
back
foul
up one more time?
under review?
Can you pull that back up one more time, Joe, for me?
And I'm not saying in real time because real time bodies.
My father was a ref for 35 years. Yeah. Being a ref is not an easy thing.
It's a very difficult job.
Let me be very clear to everybody who's heard me go on about this for the last however long. I'm doing this because I'm petty and I wanted to win. I picked the Lynx, and I would have been a winner if this call didn't go.
I picked the Liberty, and I still think that this is ridiculous.
It's just but yeah. I'm typically as a baseball growing up playing baseball. My dad used to say take the refs out of it. So that is my mentality. You take the refs out of it. I'm not saying there wasn't games before they could have did something. I'm not even saying they couldn't do something.
With 5 seconds
do
left
something
in the
afterwards.
WNBA
I'm just saying if you put the rule in place to be able to look at it and then change anything that you see, and you don't do that.
So you're reviewing this. You get all the angles.
That was a bad angle. Hold on.
It's all good. It's all good, brother.
I just don't know how you have the access to those angles.
Sure.
And you don't reverse.
You think that was like a heavy, like is either way is like almost a 50-50 foul?
I don't think it is at all.
You think that's a 75-25 foul or not foul?
Also, let me be clear.
There's nothing there.
Let me be clear. I'm not even. You can call the foul.
Sure.
It was the travel for me. It's the travel.
It's the travel for
because again, if you're saying we can review it, you can review the whole play.
Sure.
That's part of the play.
Sure,
that they can. There's no you look at it and say, oh, that's not a travel.
True.
So I'm like,
True.
What were we doing?
I see.
There's also I feel strongly if that call was in Minnesota, they make it differently. There's no doubt about, and that's the part that I go to the point of my referee friend. The referees say we're trying to come to an amicable end.
Well, it wasn't amicable.
If you're in New York, it absolutely is amicable.
But that's only one state.
That's what it is in the context in which I was understanding the person saying amicable end.
I see.
Yeah, it's amicable end if you're in New
We'll
York.
chalk this one up to our scoreboard of agree to disagree.
Got to.
Also, Elliot Smith chimed in and said the call is not so cut and dry because you cannot have a travel without possession. And then this is being knocked around so she can move all she wants without possession. Even the review, it's difficult to see gains possession.
Nah, if you do this and you take two,
Is
that's
Elliot
possession.
a Duke fan? Because I feel like that's a way a Duke fan talks about
Nah.
Travis. I don't think you
We'll
had
move on.
to
It was a
compare.
historic season top to bottom out here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, is
WNBA is up. It's up.
Yeah,
Well,
it's great. And if you're just now watching, you're late. So
Why we have to do that to people? Why are you late?
well,
Just
no,
let
I
people
just
pull up.
because like you're here and like this
Don't
is
be-
exciting. It's been exciting. It's going to continue.
Don't be that guy.
It's going to
Don't be
continue
that guy.
to be.
Don't be that
exciting.
guy. Like, why you late to the thing? You should.
Because I'm saying you're not at a beginning where it's like you're joining something that's going to continue because it's always been.
Okay.
Like you're in the middle of a strong history.
So
can't
you've
just
been here
do
from the beginning?
2008?
Not the beginning.
No, not the beginning. No.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
late.
you don't know nothing about Shamika Whole Squad.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
You
I
weren't out
didn't.
here.
It's like
Come
I'm
on, bro.
not.
Yeah.
Come on,
I'm not
bro.
acting like I'm a WNBA
You were
historian.
kind of a
You
little
just
bit.
did.
A little bit.
You
Yeah,
just did.
you were giving people a hard time
Yeah.
for not getting on
Yeah,
board.
come on, bro.
Man.
That was supposed to be encouraging.
It wasn't.
Nah.
We're letting you know it wasn't.
Nah,
It
was
wasn't.
not. I didn't.
Thank you.
No one felt encouraged
At
by
all. I'm like, golly.
Yeah.
That's like you make fun of people who at the show and the other people didn't show up.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm here at the
I'm
show.
here.
Now.
What are you doing to me?
Come on, man.
Just
Yeah.
saying, it's exciting.
But you're all late.
What? Let me get my stuff and go. Let me
Right,
get out of here.
right.
Let me get back to NASCAR.
Going left. All right, let's talk NFL weekend. This was a lot of fun. Let's start with the Jets Steelers Sunday night game. Russ is back.
Russ.
Destroys the Jets. Which look,
You're loving
Not
it.
hard to do.
I'm
loving it.
I'm
Not
enjoying
hard
it.
to do.
As a Jets fan, you're
As a
loving it.
Jets fan,
That's weird.
I am enjoying watching the arrogant, most unlikable superstar, Aaron Rodgers.
Is it? That's a list. That's a list we can figure out
It's
for another day.
we'll say most unlikable with some caveats in the sense of like he hasn't done things that other NFL players
I'm about to
have
say.
done. We don't have to list all the things.
Brett Favre is a little more unlikable.
Right?
to
Yeah.
me.
There's Brett Favre. There's the Deshaun Watsons. We know what. Anyway, Aaron Rodgers got his coach fired, brought in his buddy, thinking that would fix everything, even though the receivers weren't the issue. The issue is that you have a 41-year-old injured drug addict quarterback who's arrogant
Hey, you
and
gonna get us
running
sued.
the team.
You gonna get us sued.
Yeah.
Drug
You
addict.
gotta say allegedly before all that.
Yeah, you trying to get us off the
Okay.
podcast.
Aaron
with.
Rodgers is
You know you
another-
can't just say
You
anything
gotta
on a
say, you gotta
podcast.
say allegedly Aaron Rodgers.
Podcasts are very serious business.
What?
All right, I'm not. I'm sorry. Avid drug user.
Wait,
Allegedly.
Aaron
That's
Rodgers.
like 80% of America.
He's
what are we
not,
talking about?
because
What drugs he using?
He talks about how much he uses ayahuasca in the offseason.
Oh.
He talks about how he likes his psychedelics.
You're saying drugs like drugs like you got
meth,
a problem.
like heroin.
Oh no,
bruh.
he's not like shooting. I don't know what it is.
Bro, you using words. You gotta be
Yeah,
specific.
drugs.
Bro. You said drug addict.
Yeah.
All right, alleged drug addict Aaron Rodgers. Here's one thing that's confirmed: is his entire family hates him, and I completely understand why.
Can you get out the personal and get to the facts?
Aaron
God,
Rodgers sucks. I'm glad that the Jets suck because he's the quarterback. I cannot wait for him to retire, get off a team that I like, so that I can start cheering for them again. I'm glad Russ took it to him because also that makes Sean Payton look like an idiot. Honestly, overall, great Sunday night for me personally.
I see that.
So
Yeah.
I wish you wouldn't find joy in other people's misery.
you know what? I don't really control.
Because I think you do. Like I've never seen you find joy in like things that are joyful.
We'll
Rarely.
talk about LeBron and Bronny. I'll
All
talk
right.
about that.
All
But
right.
for right now, yes. When Aaron Rodgers is sad, my heart grows.
Listen, I'll say this about the Steelers. It was a big win for Mike Tomlin, fantastic coach, and for Russ. because Russ hadn't played since 2023. We know how it ended in Denver. Justin Fields goes 4-2, right? And then it's like, hey, we're going to put Russ in. And what? And that first quarter was ugly.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, no, Russ. And then it turned up. So it's just one game. But it was a good look. And I was excited to see that happen.
It's fool's gold for Russ.
I think that is going to be one
Russ.
if he played the whole season, that's going to be his top 2 games.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be able to do that for 12 games.
Yeah.
Got to play the Ravens. You got to play again, like it's a tough schedule coming up for him too. So,
but the Jets have a good defense.
I'm sick of the
Jets.
Jets.
They have a bad
Stop
team.
talking about the Jets. The
They have
Jets are a bad team
It's a bad
with a
team.
bad quarterback. Next.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Falcons, Seahawks.
Bad
we wanna talk
game.
about?
I didn't even watch. You gonna bring that up?
I don't
There's
know. What
nothing
else?
of
Next.
note.
What else? All right, Deshaun Watson goes down, tore his Achilles, and I think the big story was that he gets booed when he runs onto the field. That's just happened because he's been terrible.
He's been booed all year.
I don't want to act like the Browns fans are taking a moral stance against Deshaun because he's been terrible.
Yes, one of the worst quarterbacks in the league.
He snaps his Achilles, and the stadium cheers. And a couple Browns, Myles Garrett in particular, and Jameis Winston,
Go ahead.
both defended him, which I think the whole thing around it was weird.
The whole thing, the whole episode was a tough situation. The play on the field warrants booing for people who like to boo. I'm not a fan of booing, but it warrants booing for sports. And then, who he has been knowingly for the last 5 to 7 years as a person deserves booing and more. So those are my sentiments on that. As far as specifically booing for him to be injured,
Cheering.
Yes, thank you. Yes, cheering. I personally am not a fan of it. And that's pretty much I'll say on the front end for that right there. But hey, you got another quarterback coming in, dope. You're not gonna be good this year regardless.
Yeah.
So the quarterback you didn't want, he's out, got it. Season in the injury, let's keep it moving. But cheering, yeah, that's just me. It was interesting because I had a conversation with another friend and about like just your lines and boundaries of things like this. Like if it's a quote unquote somebody you don't like, somebody you like, one of your quote unquote enemies, but then they have a bad wreck.
You got enemies still?
Do I have enemies?
Currently.
I have 0 enemies.
Enemies?
0 enemies.
Yeah, I already know your answer.
He's definitely got enemies.
yeah.
You got a couple enemies?
I feel like Nate's enemies are only enemies in his head. And they
Yeah,
don't
that's
know
what I
him.
was like. I don't think there's any two-way enemies.
Yeah.
How many you got right now? You think you got?
I like to keep 3
Like
or
to
4.
keep a couple, like a
Yeah,
roster of
yeah,
enemies.
yeah.
I respect
Like
that.
Pokemon on your
Yeah.
phone.
Just a few.
I keep some
Just a
enemies.
few.
Yeah, they know it. They know it.
But even if one of your enemy gets hurt in a major car wreck or something like that, like I'm not like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So that's just me as a specific person, Damon Sumner, here how I felt about the situation.
I was gonna say, people are like, not all right. Jameis and Myles Garrett, their defense of him, I took it as almost like football players. They do put their body on the line in a way.
Facts.
So to see anybody, even the worst of them,
Facts.
like go down, and then you're like, yeah, that's weird, right? To them, they're like, that's weird. Like, why would you?
We're
do
out
that?
here every
Yeah, that's weird to them.
Sure.
Jameis obviously coming to defense because, Jameis got some allegations out there. So he was like, hey, this is how we treating people?
Present tense? Or are we talking about past tense?
Past tense. In the same way, his is past, Deshaun's is past tense.
Well, he's got some current that's still looming now.
But it's from the past. It's not like a new.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? It's not like a new thing.
Gotcha.
My thing is like people defending Browns fans, like, yeah, get them. I'm like.
Defending,
hey, man, you should be able to boo that terrible human being for what he did.
Gotcha.
I'm like, hey, man, these people wasn't booing him when they signed him. They thought he was the savior of the franchise.
Right. That's a fact.
Like, if I'm going to be real, can I be real
Get in there, brother.
Hey, man, it was more protest for Mike Vick
Talk about
than it was for Deshaun Watson.
So many more.
Like, it was people outside of the training camp protesting Michael Vick.
Dressed up
protesting. Cleveland, man, y'all don't have a moral high ground here. Y'all was not out here booing this man when he signed the biggest contract in football history.
Guaranteed.
Y'all was like, hey, man, this
Here we
potential
go.
criminal
Here we go.
is going to take it to the promised land. We're good. And then when you didn't get your way, you got salty and you booed him, man. You just as bad as his Achilles. You're broken. You're not good people. I'm not riding with the moral like we did it. You know, we're against this guy. Nah, y'all don't get to do that. Yeah. Y'all don't get to do that.
Solid.
I wish personally where I'm at personally, I wish Deshaun well, like in recovery. You know what I'm saying?
Holistic recovery.
Holistic recovery.
Holistic recovery.
Because listen, if he was who they think he was, who he got accused of, I hope you figure that out because you have some recovery coming up. You're gonna need massages.
You're gonna need
and
some
you can't do what you did. So
cannot.
for those people's sake, I hope he had holistic recovery and I hope he got a male masseuse. Unless
he's gonna have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think there's a single.
I would disagree.
Yeah, you tripping. Yeah, you don't know how money works.
We don't have to get into this.
A lot of kids went to Michael Jackson's
how bills work?
A lot of kids went to never.
You know, rent is due every month. Yeah, so what are we talking about?
Man.
All right, Dolphins play this. Tua might be the starter this week.
I hope not. Is he?
I think he.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
He said he's back, baby.
Go home, man.
He said he's back. He was asked if he would wear the Guardian cap. He said no.
All right, I can't support. Let me just cut you off real quick. Yeah. I can't support anything you do after this Tua.
So Tua said I wouldn't wear the Guardian cap. He was asked why. He said it's a personal choice.
You're not. I'm sorry. That's frustrating.
Here's what really. Here's what. Well, let me frustrate you more.
Okay.
Here's what bugged me about it. He was kind of he kept going. He said, "Every day's a risk."
Boy,
he said when you drive,
boy, get your goofy.
He goes when you get out of bed.
Oh no, Tua.
Because you might slip on something.
He ain't say that.
And sprain your ankle.
Tell me he ain't say. You had a hyperbole? Is this a hyperbole?
He literally said, when you get out of bed, you take
protocol
risks.
Now he not making sound decisions. Hey, man. Yo, I've never wanted somebody to learn a lesson more. I think it was like an offensive lineman with it on the other day.
Yeah.
Like people be wearing.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, no, he took his off. So that was, anyway. So apparently... And so I was watching. I got this from Rich Eisen. Let me just say this is the research that I did.
I'm a fan of Rich.
Yeah.
He was saying that he talked to a few offensive linemen who wear it in practice and don't wear it in the game.
Okay.
And then he saw one guy wear it in one of the European games.
Yeah.
And not the next week.
Sure.
He asked him about it. The guy said, I wore it because my wife asked me to.
Facts.
He said, I stopped wearing it because
my wife left me?
Well, he said, it makes your helmet heavier. And for offensive linemen, he's like, I need that burst.
Hey, man,
so
you also need your brain.
You need
your brain. What is wrong with people?
My thing is...
Do some neck exercises.
Yeah,
get the stronger neck. Like, you need to be... What they used to do, Mike Tyson, he had the weight on, and he would
used to put the neck on.
The neck up. Yeah, man. Hey, get your neck stronger, man, so your brain can be protected.
What about one of those headband things? I've seen those.
Nah,
you put on the headband and it holds a weight.
Tua Tagovailoa. To a T. I was trying to do it. I was trying to do it. Like, you ever see that clip of Rick Ross trying to say it? It's the funniest thing. Tua Tagovailoa.
Don't do it, Rick.
It's very bad.
Tua.
Hey,
talk to him.
You say, it's a risk at anybody at any point.
Anytime.
My man, you are at a greater risk.
Higher.
You're at a much higher risk.
Top tier.
So stop playing with your life. Hold on. This is mine.
You try to say it right here?
Yeah, hold on. Play that. This is one of my favorites.
Yes, we can't be the same old Dolphins we was. We got us a coach. I love the coach. I love the team. I love the direction, but we got to take Tua. If you don't disagree, come on, nigga. Tua Tagovailoa.
Yes, Tagovailoa. Tua Tagovailoa.
Honestly, I would take a little Tagovailoa with some marinara sauce.
Hey, man.
I think that would be great.
That's the problem, man.
A little mozzarella.
Tua think he'll Tagovailoa. He not. His brain scrambled, man. You need to put that little mushroom on top of your head and live a long life, man.
Big dog gonna do a big dog.
You are at greater risk than anybody else playing the position, bro. You step on the field, your concussion probability goes. And this is just science, like. They said, like, every time you get one, you're greater likely to get one. My man, no one's had more than you in the bro. We're gonna be seeing you in 10 years and being like, man, we should have stopped him from himself because he was gonna hurt himself.
It's really tough.
I mean,
bad.
I don't know how you hear stories about you think about like Jim Kelly, Bills quarterback, walking into the wrong hotel.
Hey,
like things like that where like his family has come out and said like. Hey, he's in his 50s.
Well, that's one side of the coin, though.
And has dementia.
Many people have had it. I'm just
Yeah.
He has. I'm going to assume the best for Tua. He's been out for 4 weeks minimum, actually for multiple years because he's been dealing with this. So the amount of research and time and energy and conversations and dialogue and travel with the world to see different scientists all over, he has all the information at his fingertips. And so with that information, he has made he and the support of his family, whether they agree or disagree, we don't know this information, have made the decision like, yo, I want to keep playing for whatever his why reasons are. A couple things are also true. Tua has the most severe, because I thought this was true, but it wasn't. He doesn't have the most. He has the worst looking.
Yes.
And he has the ones at the quarterback position too as well, which takes it up. So that's one. Yes. Two, there are you brought up Jim, but there are several others, without having to name them for the sake of time, who have had several concussions in their career, and they kept playing and are unknowingly, because we don't know about them, healthy as well. So with all this information, and I'm just watching as a fan of a man who I don't know, is like, man, to have a dream since a little boy and to start living that dream, and they be like, yo, my man, at 25 to 28, whatever he is, we're going to shut this down because, of these concussions. Not only we can agree that it is a very hard dream chasing taken from you in your 20s decision. You know what I'm saying? Money off the table because he's already got good money in. That is gone for you forever. But the reality is sit with that and to think that, know what, I can take all this information these scientists have given me and done these protocols or whatever and be like, I'm going to give it another shot. I'm 50-50 on it, to be straight up honest with you. I'm 50-50 on it, but I just know that is the hardest decision.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't ever have to make
on anybody.
Yeah, man. I think the frustrating thing is, at least
put that Guardian cap on,
put
bro.
That hat on,
put that Guardian cap on,
and I think that's the frustrating thing.
Put that Guardian cap on.
We're not gonna feel sorry for you no more.
You can't. Myles Garrett running full speed. Michael Parsons running full. I got a job to do.
That sucks to say. Right. But we're not gonna feel sorry for you.
You're on the field.
You had something that could make it marginally better. Just a little, and you were like, nah.
But also, it's not those plays necessarily.
True. This is also true.
His last concussion, his head hit a thigh.
Yeah, it wasn't it wasn't head to head.
He scrambled.
Yep.
And it was unfortunate. And who knows if that would have been a concussion?
Yeah, man.
If it not have been for his previous two.
Yeah. All the things.
So all it could be is him tripping, falling back, and his head goes back on the turf. Like it is.
We'll see.
It's brutal.
Also, this says that he's gotten over the last 2 years.
That's 2 years.
3 diagnosed concussions, and another head injury that prompted the NFL to change its concussion policy. I feel like if you got a head injury so bad that a whole league
to change the rules.
Who never cared about anybody
that has been denying any of this, be like, okay, well,
we got to talk about
gotta.
Josh Allen had one low key on last week. I don't know if you saw that hit. Big Dog had to get the smelly ice. I want to talk about these Chiefs real quick before we move on out here. Listen,
oh boy.
Not only I remember historians tell us what we said. I know I said the Chiefs were going to three-peat. I do know this.
I know I didn't.
They are the best, worst-looking team.
Boy,
the only undefeated team in the NFL with the best quarterback in the league. Absolutely. Who is playing mid at best, as the kids say.
Very.
And so, but these bad boys, the dominating defense. And shout out to Mahomes, who made clutch plays at clutch times with a great head coach. I'm just like, if you can't beat them at their worst, you're not beating them. Yeah. You're not beating them. And so I'm watching this. They just, as I was driving today, they just got DeAndre Hopkins. So that's going to be helpful. They just got D-Hop. You know what I'm saying? An older D-Hop still better than most cats. So it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, if you can't beat these cats without Brown, without Rice, without Pacheco at the moment, you know what I'm saying?
With an old Kelsey.
With the old Kelsey and a bad playing Mahomes.
Yeah.
If you can't beat them,
don't let them
when Mahomes gets ice, Pacheco comes back, Rice comes back potentially in the playoffs, Kelsey gets cooking in the playoffs, guys. Get the parade ready. Get the parade ready.
I'm gonna always side with history. I've never seen it.
Sure.
I've never seen three-peat, so I can't say that I'm gonna see it now.
Sure.
But I will say it. That being said, I ain't never seen, like you said, a team that's like,
bro,
how y'all undefeated?
undefeated?
I don't get it.
It's wild. I didn't want to say that.
Yeah.
It is wild to be.
Yeah, scriptwriters working overtime. We'll move on. NBA's back.
NBA is back.
NBA's back. Started last night. Started off with a bang with the Celtics handling.
Did y'all watch the
Knicks.
games? I watched 0%.
I saw the end of I saw the Lakers, I think.
Like live?
I watched the
Yeah.
first half of Knicks Celtics, but that was a blowout.
Oh, was it?
Wow, yeah.
And so I watched.
I heard
Atlanta,
Tatum cooked.
Yeah, I watched Atlanta United, and then I turned on the Timberwolves Lakers. It's great to have the NBA back.
Yeah.
It's just nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
More sports on the TV.
Yeah, Hawks play tonight. I cannot wait for that
Who they
season
playing?
to start.
Brooklyn.
Yeah,
I saw your boy Johnson get that money, though.
that look,
Jalen Johnson.
Lock him in.
it's the best offseason move they've made in a while.
Okay.
Is giving
y'all
Jalen Johnson,
put me on to him a couple months ago. I was like, okay, let me pay attention.
Jalen Johnson might be more pivotal than Trae Young in the long term. For right now in this moment for the Hawks.
That's a fair statement.
Also,
I'm
It's a
thrilled
fair
about that.
I'm making Ricochet's better than people think that he is.
Yeah.
He's better than people think that he is.
He might it might have been one of the worst drafts ever, but
Yeah.
a number one pick is still a number one pick.
I'm gonna go for like he's like from what I've seen.
From what you've seen.
And then also kind of what I'm hearing, people are like, oh, we didn't know.
Okay.
Like we might have got also like the work, like they said he put on 20 pounds since the draft.
That's work ethic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He working.
So
Like
20 pounds of muscle since
20
the
pounds
draft
since
was
the
in
draft.
April.
Yeah,
This is October.
Yeah. Was it April? It's June.
Oh, am I thinking of the NFL? Maybe.
June.
Yeah.
Even still though.
still
Even still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And the work ethic, I'm like,
okay.
oh, he might.
Yeah. Our family, we do one at least. We do one Hawks game a year.
Okay.
So we definitely got to pull up to one.
yeah, I
should
almost
be
went to
fun.
one.
You almost got the Hawk?
Well, next week.
Oh.
Almost. I think I'm dyslexic because I grabbed Hawks tickets for
Oh,
a
that's
night
right,
that
that's
I
right.
had my brother's bachelor party booked.
Why don't you take him with you?
Huh? Well, that's what I called him up. I was like, "Hey, man, would you want to do a Hawks game for your bachelor party? You want to pivot real quick?" And he was like, "No, I think I just want to hang out with my."
You already
friend."
know where they're going, bro.
No, I don't.
Come on, you know they got the wings there.
Here,
They're not doing that.
we're not. Look, let me.
What you doing?
This
I'm not-
seems like perfect bachelor party material for the
What you-
owners.
I don't want to put. All right, I don't
doing?
want to put my brother's business out there 100%. But
Put it out
as
there.
we know, my little brother's a youth pastor. Okay, he's a youth pastor out in Colorado.
Finish your sentence.
One of his friends, who is a groomsman, is a youth pastor. Another one works at Eagle Ranch.
Okay.
Another one, I
whatever that
believe,
is.
is in seminary.
Okay.
So this is a group of dorks.
Okay.
So
So they call them dogs.
because
why
they-
you
because
got it?
they're
No,
just-
why you got it?
You
They're
being
just-
real word with your words, bro.
because I've known them their entire lives. Like these are just
Drug addicts and
Look,
dorks.
I love these guys.
You saying
I
dorks-
love these
You saying
kids.
dorks don't like titties?
Huh? No, I think they do. They
Some might
just
be
don't
too
want
much.
to tell me that
Here's
they
the
like
thing:
them.
they don't live. You're saying they live in other states.
Yeah.
They're not gonna run in. They're not gonna
don't
run
wanna
into
do nobody.
to Miss Johnson, who they're teaching.
You go outside the
Bible-
state.
You take them to Magic City.
They got good wings.
Great
That's what I
wings.
tried to say. That's what I tried to
Great
say.
wings.
That's what
You
tried to
really,
say.
you really see how much they want to be pastors.
Look, because
That's a test.
I kind of wanted the wings. I was like, y'all can witness
Listen,
inside Magic City.
Youth pastors can go to the club too.
Yeah.
First time I went to a club, you
I
pastor.
know, we know this
took me.
story.
So my little brother, so he just moved out there, and like he misses his buddies so much.
I can imagine.
He just wants
To
like
hang.
Y'all gonna play
he
Super
just
Mario
wants
Brothers,
to
Smash
hang.
Brothers.
Bro,
So he's just like, can we just do like a bonfire and
hang.
like
What's up
just
with- what's up
play
with y'all?
video
What's up with y'all?
games?
that community love
we
that
talk about
bonfire,
that
bro.
bonfire?
That community love that bonfire,
What are
bro.
y'all
Oh,
doing this?
Elliot Smith
Let it bomb.
said, "I went to seminary. Am I a dork?"
Kind of. It's okay. I've met.
I thought Elliot said he went to Magic City, and I'm like, you dirty dog.
I know a lot of people that went to seminary. They're not dorks. I don't know. I know. Yeah, they're not dorks
It's a
at all.
specific type of people he's talking about.
I think. Oh, I also think it's a specific kind of seminary.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I don't know how much
Seminaries are created
crossover
equal.
David Seminary and
I don't
Will
think they're-
Seminary
they're
went
created
to.
equal.
It's a little different. It's
Yeah,
a little different.
little
Their
different.
playlists are a little different.
Probably a little different.
So y'all just hanging out around a bonfire.
We're just we're
having
hanging
some
out.
Trulies.
Will just calls me. He's like, there's no Mexican food out here.
That's not true. Where's he at? In
He's-
Colorado?
He's in Colorado
What part of
Springs.
Colorado
Oh,
Springs.
yeah.
I've never been to Colorado Springs.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Colorado. Yeah, Colorado.
What's he doing
Springs.
out there?
He's a youth pastor. He
He's
got
a
hired by
job.
a church.
They got plenty of them out there. He can go somewhere else.
Right. That's what I was telling the comic that I was
Hilarious.
working with this weekend, that my brother got hired as a youth pastor at Colorado Springs. He goes, there's an open youth pastor job
That's
in
what I'm
Colorado
saying.
Springs?
Yeah, they don't need it.
Yeah.
Look at these numbers. Dude.
Very funny. Very
Yeah.
funny.
So
very
we're just,
funny.
we're,
But
we're,
give me
we're
the
hanging out.
rundown for the bonfire. Why? Speak for your people.
It's-
What is it about
What
that?
is it about
What are y'all
it?
burning?
So it's something to be around.
Okay.
So there's that.
Okay.
It's just something to kind of gather around.
Okay.
It's a focal point,
Of conversation.
sort of, but also like it's warm. The
Inside's warm if you turn the heat up.
It
the
is one.
smell is nice. The ambiance is nice.
Okay. Ambiance.
Smell?
Smell.
You're outside.
Clean your house.
But you're
Smell
not,
good.
You're not really in the elements.
Huh.
And you're doing what though?
What's the activities?
You're just hanging out.
What does that mean?
You only sometimes you're fixing drinks. Sometimes you're s'mores. Maybe
What can
hot
you do
dogs.
out there that you cannot do inside?
A fire.
A live fire. They want
Live
the live fire.
fire. Then what? And
They
that
want the live
does
fire.
what though?
There's like the smell is nice. The feel is nice. The
Smell
sound.
what?
Crackling
Wood?
fire.
Wood and
It's
food.
like it's like the best parts about camping,
Why don't you go camping?
because camping sucks because you have to sleep outside.
Ah.
That's the thing about camping. I like everything about camping but the
Besides-
actual sleeping part.
So if you could go camping from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m.,
Which I've done
and then roll
before.
back to the crib, just a win.
I've had friends that are like, let's go camping. I'm like, I'll hike with y'all and I'll do a bonfire.
But then I'm rolling.
But once y'all go to sleep, my house is a half hour away, so I'm just gonna hike back to the car and leave.
I will never understand the significance of the bonfire for your community.
It's just a nice thing, man.
There's y'all
You know
have so
what?
many nice things.
You know what? Y'all come along.
Yeah, nice
We,
thing.
I got plus ones for the bachelor party.
Oh.
Everybody's invited.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would have a good time because it's just me and then all the Will.
Oh, I think it would be great.
As you call them, dorky friends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm.
But also the funny thing is, so I'm
boy.
10 years older than all these guys,
Oh.
and I've known them their entire
Oh, yeah,
lives.
you seen these
Yeah.
young,
Yeah.
uh,
So it's so funny.
Skeeter Valentine teens that grow up in front of you.
Yeah.
It's so funny to watch them drink,
Mm,
because like my instinct is to go, "What are you doing? You're 10.
Sure.
Like, what are you, 8-year-old? Get
We
get
are
out
not-
of that.
Yeah, we are not 18. That is
So now I'm just like, I don't know how long I'm supposed to stay,
Mm.
because I don't drink anymore. So I'm like, how long am I just gonna hang around a bunch of drunk toddlers?
Are you throwing it?
I mean, I'm the best man.
Yeah, you gotta stay the whole time.
Best
Gotta
man.
stay the whole
Oh,
time.
that's for sure.
You
We
say-
already-
you say
we already
you
know
don't
that.
you're supposed
Joel.
to-
Thank
We
you.
already know
I
that.
feel like
bro.
I kind of think I get it started.
No!
I
You're
let them
the
start
best-
going.
You're the best
You're the best man.
Where'd your older brother go?
Here, especially if you don't drink,
What?
you gotta be there
Yeah.
to drive anybody, get people.
Oh no,
food.
I'm driving, but I'm saying like we're posting up at somebody's house.
That's what I'm saying. You
Nah,
gotta
you
stay.
gotta stay the whole time.
And you gotta stay the night.
First
Because you
of
gotta
all,
help in the
as-
morning.
even though we all agree, I see in his eyes, he's not. He don't have it.
You
in
gotta
him.
stay.
He's not
You
that
gotta
good of a
stay.
person.
You gotta
You
sleep.
should stay.
Are they sleeping
prove
over?
David wrong,
Or
Nate.
they staying the night?
They're staying the night.
Then you gotta stay the night.
I was gonna go sleep at my parents' house and then come back.
You gotta stay
next
the night.
day.
No.
Nah,
You gotta
listen
stay
to
the
Joel.
night.
Be a
Parents'
good
house.
person. Be a good best
This
man.
is your youngest brother getting married, man. Sacrifice.
I'm already sacrificed.
Not
Wait.
enough.
So
Come
what else?
on.
You're the best man. Do you have like activities planned for them?
I have tried,
Okay.
and Will is so just like low key. And he doesn't want anything, so he was just like, I really just want Mexican food.
Okay.
I
That boy
wanna
really
hang-
want that Mexican cuisine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to hang out with my friends.
Hang out with my friends.
And so he was just like, bonfire, Mexican. I was like, do you want to go to like Top Golf? And he was like,
he
like
want to sit and talk with his friends.
and I was
so.
like, well, like the Hawks play the Kings. I was like, we can
okay,
get
you
good
giving us
tickets.
some options. You
And
giving
he
us
was
some
like,
options.
so like we can all sit together.
My boy missed his friends.
Like, and I was like, what's? And also, I am in the camp of your friends will do what you want to do.
facts.
They have
Especially
to.
on this
Yeah.
this occasion.
But he's a very kind guy.
You say
Stop
he
being
missed-
kind.
He missed
Stop
playing
being
video
kind.
games.
He's
Yeah,
y'all
he
gonna
just-
y'all gonna
that's
play
the
video
thing.
games.
Make
Y'all
a
play
bracket.
Smash Brothers.
Well, yeah,
Bro, they
you-
gonna play
you do
games.
Smash.
Eat some Mexican
Make a
food.
bracket. Make a
Right.
bracket.
Yeah.
Will, like that's the thing. Will just wants to play. Like that's what he wants.
Listen, all bachelor parties I've ever been to, it is just a bunch of nerds playing board games and hanging out and drinking all week.
I've
My-
only ever
my-
been to one bachelor party, and somebody almost got arrested. We definitely got in a bar fight. Good times.
Whoa.
My favorite is Mario Kart drink driving, which is where
Oh.
you can't hold your drink and the controller at the same time,
Okay.
but you have to finish your beer and the race.
I'd win that.
So you have to kind of decide
Intriguing.
what to. So like for me, I go all the laps, stop
at the end,
stop at the end, and then chug. Some guys though, they just shotgun it.
Yeah, that's me.
And go.
And
then some guys, just
intervals.
sip. So it's like that's
strategies.
always fun. So I've got plenty of stuff.
I got these 3 green shells. So
you have to stay the whole time.
Whatever.
You can't leave.
You gotta stay the whole time.
I'll stay the whole
shell.
time.
Got this red
Get him to do
shell,
something else.
Look,
at least one other thing.
We're trying. The spot that we're going to eat, there's a couple of bars around there, so we're gonna hit a couple
What's the name
locations.
Of this place? Where y'all at?
Will wants to go to this place called El Sombrero, and I'm like, we're not going to El Sombrero.
Okay.
Like, it's just look, it's a great post Sunday night church Mexican place that I grew up eating at.
Okay.
I don't know if my stomach is trained for it anymore.
Oh boy.
It is. I
Y'all
love.
went up at Taco Bell, dog.
So we're gonna go to
Craven $7 box.
Brazelton has a lot of new spots like around Chateau Elan that we're gonna go to.
I got you. Well, hope you have a good time. That's
all right.
what, Friday to Saturday?
It'll be Friday the 1st, yeah.
Oh, the
and then Saturday college football, that kind of stuff.
That day. I got you.
Oh,
Love it for y'all, man.
Do something memorable,
times were
man.
had.
Outside of that goofy fire that y'all gonna be around.
That's it. Do something.
I just imagine 3 or however many people just sitting around.
It's gonna be like 10.
Fire hot, ain't it? Yep.
I mean, sometimes you can throw things in the fire.
I hear it
that's fine.
crackling. Yep. Like at what point? How soon does it become boring?
Never.
Hey man, 2 Americas.
You just
That's all I'll say.
hang out.
Don't
You
forget,
you
these
can
are people
poke
like to
at
just
it.
go to the beach and just look at the water.
Just look at the
Yeah, man. Come on.
two Americas.
Come on, man. Don't get it twisted.
Let's talk
Don't get it twisted, baby.
more NBA stuff.
Don't
All
get it
right, Lakers
twisted.
Timberwolves. Obviously, the LeBron Bronny thing.
Griffey's pulled up.
Let me just get this out of there.
Get it out the way. Get it out the way. Go ahead.
If your heart did not become warm, you're dead. You're dead, or you're a robot.
I'm saying something coming from
Like
me.
I get the whole idea of like nepotism, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Here's the thing: we've never seen this,
Not in the NBA.
and in sports we've seen it maybe 4 times.
Less than 6 for
We've
sure.
I know it happened in hockey at some point.
Yeah.
It happened in baseball
Yeah.
twice
Tops.
with the
maybe 3 times.
Griffeys and the Reigns.
Yeah.
We've never seen it in basketball.
It shouldn't happen in basketball.
It's wild in
It
basketball.
should not happen in basketball.
It's wild in
And
The
basketball.
only thing more wild is football.
Yeah.
Football will be even wilder.
I would be.
And
that'd be
football,
crazy.
That'd be
the
insane.
craziest thing we've seen in football is like Frank Gore Jr. in college.
Yeah.
While kind of Frank Gore's
On
in
the-
the
on the way out.
twilight of
Yeah.
his career, kind of on a.
Who should have retired 4 years before that.
Yeah. Facts. Got your wife. You got your baby sis.
Can we
Yeah,
have
younger
So we,
brother.
we, were, we,
Random
were talking.
question.
So we were talking about vulnerability.
Okay.
When they checked in, I did not expect this would happen.
Come on, be honest.
I choked up.
Come on, boy.
All right.
And I did not expect.
Come on, man.
Real tears.
Ooh, talk about
You
it.
know why you cried? Because you saw the end of the era for your hero.
That's
you
possible.
Saw this. Hey, this is it.
This is.
I don't think he's gonna play much
Great
longer.
run. This is a great run.
Yeah, his face is another version of his face is out right here playing. It's a wrap. Your era is done.
Hilarious.
Your knees started hurting when you see that.
I didn't expect. Like I'm cleaning up the kitchen before I go to bed.
Sure.
I've got it on the laptop. I hear them start to check in, and I see it, and that's when like it hit me like a train.
I ain't mad
And I don't know if it's because the adoption process is
Sure.
taking a little bit longer than I thought.
Come on.
I got
Come
some
on.
real baby fever
Come
right
on,
now.
talk
and this
about
kind
it.
of stuff is just so cool.
Open
Sure.
up, brother.
But like,
No, it's
Man.
a special sports moment, like just to witness as a sports fan. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
it's a
cool.
dope thing. Like to think, I can't even like try to figure out. You know, maybe the only thing for me would be like, you know, I'm on this world tour and missions opening up for me in this arena.
Yeah.
In one of the biggest places, you know, Madison, like whatever this big,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that would be just, and to see him come out and they cheer, like,
Dog.
that's the only thing I could think of where I'm just like in chills in my bone as a father specifically,
Yeah,
watching your son live their dream
Yeah.
and for a moment, whether it's one season, maybe this may be the only time, who knows, but to see it and live it.
Yeah.
So
That
it's,
was the only time I feel like I've seen
it's-
LeBron like not be
yeah.
like LeBron.
It was,
He's
I
like,
thought it
oh.
was visible.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he a dad.
Yeah.
Like you thought when they cut to him and he was like, yo, just go out there have fun.
Have fun out
Yeah.
there.
He was
I'm
like, you
sitting
ready?
there thinking
Let
like
loose.
he not saying to no other rookies.
No.
He's sitting there like, this is my boy.
when
Yeah,
he
man.
said, you see the intensity out there, right?
Yeah.
Boy, he's
Yeah.
trying to get his
Like,
boy right. And Bronny's just like, okay.
So many emotions.
And
to
like
that battle,
obviously
bro.
it's different, but like it like harkened me back to like my dad would always run the scores table. So anytime I checked into a game, my dad would talk to me. And so brought that up. My dad would be like, "Hey, like you got this many fouls, or hey, get out there and do or guard this guy to his left, or like whatever it was of like
special moments.
Just like it brought me back to that, and like thinking about how many hours they spent like shooting basketball in the driveway.
They didn't. That was the point. That's what I want to say too. After the game, LeBron was like, "Yeah, he was like." The game, I missed a lot of his development because the basketball pulled me away.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm thinking, like, you could have retired 5 years ago and helped him through high school. You didn't have to be here. You
were great already.
Yeah, you were the greatest 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. So, like, don't act like basketball did this. You did this.
Well, also, we saw in Space Jam that he never really connected.
I didn't watch that Space Jam. I didn't see that Space Jam. I did not watch. There's but one Space Jam in my house.
There's but one.
And there's no disrespect to LeBron, but you know why there's only one Space Jam. Yeah. I was curious, why is it every time there's like a big event for the Lakers and it's about LeBron or whatever, why don't the whole family ever sit in the same section?
It's interesting.
It's always like, Savannah will be somewhere
over
else
here,
and Bryce
over here,
and then I'll be like, why y'all not together?
Yes, it's unique.
What is that? What is that about?
I think that's like when you finally get old enough to not sit next to your parents at church.
Nah, you sit next to your mama because you know the cameras is at. Because now you got to babysit your little sister.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, sure, you got to go to the bathroom.
Take her in.
You got to walk all the way over somewhere else. You can't take her.
I want some licorice.
Yeah. Get her. It was a moment I'm watching it and I was like, yeah, this is insane.
Yeah.
We'll never see this. And then there was a moment I was like, hey man, get him out of here.
Who?
Get Bronny. Get Bronny. Like, he not ready.
Oh yeah.
When they had that switch off and it was him and Ant, I was only imagining what Anthony Edwards is thinking. In my mind, I'm thinking like, and I'm gonna dunk on you. I'm your daddy now. I can see him saying that to him. I'm your daddy.
Yeah.
I started thinking about basketball
Have
stuff.
the moment.
That is now.
Have
Like
really cool moment.
Things that we like. I was thinking about this. Like, what if somebody fouls Bronny hard? That's gonna be a different. You know what I'm saying? Like a flagrant foul.
Yeah.
Brian he about to be dad. He not about to be that's my teammate. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how he say it.
Yeah.
Somebody hit your boy, and you think it's malicious.
Yeah.
Hey man.
Yeah.
Take this jersey off.
Yeah.
And then the vice versa. Somebody hit your dad. Or your dad, they probably gonna bounce off your dad. But you know what I'm saying?
But
like I'm thinking about
internally at least.
I also thought I just had so many thoughts around
it's a lot of
what
thoughts.
this is that I didn't
it's
think
something
about.
we never see.
Also, like y'all think like obviously the NBA is full of we'll call them groupies, right?
Sure.
Let out be around.
Sure,
you think it's less now? Like LeBron probably had people throwing themselves at him his whole career.
Right.
You think they're like less now because like my son, like you can't do this for my son.
Oh no.
You think they're more active?
Yeah.
I think they're just going after Bronny.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they know LeBron has been off that game. But LeBron loves his wife.
No, for sure.
So I'm like,
that didn't stop people before.
No. I'm saying I'm agreeing. They're just putting their attention to Bronny.
Yeah.
Like,
but I'm saying, but now imagine them coming at Bronny and Bron sees that.
Oh yeah.
What do you can't.
You don't do it in the moment. You just try to coach him up right.
Hey, if he ain't got coached by now,
you gotta coach him right. Well, his brain is still fully developed, so you gotta keep coaching him right, man.
I guess
keep coaching him right.
I start thinking about all the different weird things outside of the cool moment, like being together.
It's a lot. It's
a lot going on. And look, props to JJ Redick, giving them the moment, subbing them in together,
boom,
and then going. All right. We got a game.
Sit your non-NBA.
This is the first game of 82. We're trying to win, and so this was something we had never seen. And again, that's why the Chiefs are gonna win 3. You don't know it until you see it.
This is the year with things we've never seen.
We'll never see. We ain't know Simone Biles could do what she did, and then she did. It was like, God, you can do that many flips?
Yeah. Wow. This is the year of the never before seen.
There it is.
Yeah. Real quick, final NBA thing. Kawhi's not playing.
That's not a thing.
No, don't.
Not a thing.
No, I don't want to bring that one. Okay,
well,
we got to get out of here.
Yeah,
we'll get out of here. I want to get to Kenyon Martin.
Oh, you want to get to that?
I do want to get to that
real
quick.
Go ahead and get to that. So we won't talk Sixers. We won't talk Clippers.
Yeah,
there's no need to talk about people on playing.
Go with that. Go
Facts. The gist is I don't know the names here. But Kenyon Martin on the podcast, Gilbert Arenas, blah blah blah. Some rookie, if I'm correct, on the Lakers.
What's his name?
You look it up for us. A rookie on the Lakers goes and plays the Warriors. Yeah. Meets Steph. Steph knows who he is.
Steph is
they interact.
Hero.
From a child.
Like there's a picture of him.
You know what I'm saying?
In the jersey.
Yeah. So hero, and then he gets to the press conference and he gets choked up talking about the fact that he met his hero who knew him and they had a moment together while he was living his dream in the NBA.
Yeah.
And the former All-Star Kenyon Martin on the podcast was like, weak.
Yeah.
Soft.
This is NBA.
It's NBA.
You can't be crying.
And so all of that I say, Trash.
Yeah, hey.
Trash. We were talking about this earlier in the pre-show for a second here. It was alluding to men and masculinity and manhood. And I said I was confirmed that we actually lived to 75. Shout out to men for getting an extra 10 years.
Hey.
But we still dying 10 years earlier than the women. And one of the main reasons was
that might be okay.
Maybe. I don't want it. But one of the main reasons is because of this. How a lot of times manhood, masculinity, all the things tries to be put in one specific type of box and look one type of way. And all the emotions can't be had and all the feels can't be had. You can't go to the animated movies. You can't cry. You can't eat a banana. You can't sleep with your shirt on. You can't bob at the bottom. Like, let me be the man I want to be. If I meet my childhood hero and I tear up
in the jersey,
and I'm living my dream in the same league and I get choked up, that's actually very manly for me to show my emotions because I'm a whole person. Let me calm down. I'm sweating. Let me
add to it.
Calm
this
down.
Is I'm trying to think of a bit I'm trying to do around this, but like I feel like I'm part of the reason why I feel like I can I can cry. I feel confidence crying.
Yeah.
Is because my favorite player is Allen Iverson. He cried.
He did.
My favorite players cry.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson cried right now. If something happened that make him feel away, and he never won a championship, so it's not like, oh, I won. It's like, oh, I'm so proud of this person. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is my friend. I love you. Yeah. Oh, I'm like, that's my favorite player.
Bang.
And he's emoting.
Bang.
And that's important.
Bang.
And he gonna live for a long time.
Boom.
Long live Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cry so that you live longer.
Yeah.
If you hold, tears
don't
kill
do
you.
science. Don't do science now.
If you hold in tears, they kill you.
Don't do science.
Right?
Derrick Rose cried after 50. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The real one's crying, Kenyon Martin.
Yeah, man. It's just it really bothers me. I was talking about earlier, like especially as being a father, but in general, it's just like it's just fascinating how for men, some reason or ages ago, we was like, yo, we got to all look and feel the same. And I'm like, that don't make no sense at all. That literally don't make no sense. If that was the case, you still be hitting your wife like your grandfather did.
Whoa.
Oh, we got quiet. That was a man back then in the 30s. Oh, no, you bum. He should have talked to somebody because the factory was hard on his feet, but he didn't.
There was no time.
He took it out.
I don't think they had union laws then.
It didn't matter. Make your own laws up.
I'm saying
be a trailblazer.
I think the first therapist came in like 2011.
No, they was therapizing back with the Neanderthals.
Huh? We want to sound like we're defending.
I'm not defending it. I'm just saying.
Therapist's been around since 1410s, man.
I don't think so.
Get out of here.
You think Columbus had access to therapy?
I know he did.
I don't think so.
I know he did. They're like, yo, where you want to go, left or right? Big dog, take me left. And then boom. That's how they was trying to go right, but they went left. Oh. You know how much that got to be?
The therapist the whole time that was like, hey, do you want to talk about your feelings? He's like, I'm a genocide.
Man, I'm a genocide.
I'm a genocide.
What is that?
I give him a small pot.
I misnamed these people and it's stuck. I need to talk this out.
Who can I? Yeah.
I like how you're saying that Columbus felt bad about what he did.
Like,
what a weird take.
He was just overwhelmed. He's just like,
but I started. I can't stop.
I said India, and then they ran with it, and now it's just like, I have to write so many letters.
Oh, my goodness.
Just as long as no one gives him any blankets with anything on, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
I would have to write a whole letter to the queen now and say I was
how long it takes to get letters back? That's too much.
I don't even have a feather right now.
So like, I don't even... a man in your life, specifically in like specifically platonic, but as well as a relationship romantically, and they ain't trying to show emotions, get out. Okay? That is an unsafe, unwell
They'll
man.
show them, and usually it's in a wall.
Or a gut. And that's not what you want.
Not what you want.
Get out. Okay? Yeah. Show your emotions, fellas.
Is there...
Show your emotions. Go see Wild Robot.
Is there somebody y'all think you would have an emotional reaction to meeting?
Honestly, off the top of my head, doing this podcast now, I can't think of one, but I would have to think about it for a while.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a specific comedian, so I'm going to take that out, like my craft. But, I got to think about, like, heroes, people who I watched growing up. Like, because he just got choked up. He wasn't boo-hooing. He just got choked up.
He was just like, I realized in a moment, like, wow. It's more so like, I made it. Like, I did it. And I think that's...
Yeah, he wasn't boo-hooing or nothing.
Yeah. Somebody.
Think about it. That's a good question.
You got somebody?
Look, this is going to...
I'm
going to be very honest.
Be vulnerable today.
If I met one of my favorite Sesame Street puppets,
Mm-hmm.
it would get me.
Who?
Like if I was interacting with Big Bird.
Hold on, keep your head. Oh, Big Bird for you?
I'm saying like if Big Bird like told me I'm doing a good job.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, I'd melt.
Yo, people choked up when Steve from Blue's Clues the other day was talking to the people. Was in the comments.
Yeah.
I
needed that.
I needed that, Steve.
Steve, where you been at? I've been out here doping out you this whole time.
I say this.
Show up,
This is kind of adjacent, but it is what it is. Growing up with my my grandmother, close with her, and she passed away years ago. But if one of her main characters from one of her soaps, like Vic from The Young and the Restless, pulled up, and that would just hit too many memories, and it'd be a wrap for me. I'm gonna tell you, they'd be like, "Why is he crying at Victor?"
Yeah.
Bro, it'd be a wrap
Too many
for me.
things can
Yeah. It's grandma's sweet potato pie. It's all over in
If
my
a
heart.
Mr. Rogers Force Ghost appeared in front of me,
Mr. Rogers would have did it for
Yeah,
me.
Mr. Rogers
man.
would have dipped him back into that.
and
for
if
sure.
he was just like, "You're doing a great job, you're special,"
I'm thinking of even you saying it is making me
Bruh,
just
listen.
thinking about Mr.
If he would have
Rogers.
took that cardigan off and put it around my shoulders,
Oh my God.
you look cozy, son.
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah. I got some shoes in there if you want to try my shoes on.
I'll be honest, I still get chills sometimes. I hear that little piano riff.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, I'm like it gives like comfort.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear about the Danny Trejo and Kermit story?
No.
Danny Trejo was filming.
Kermit would be another one.
Danny Trejo was filming a Muppet movie, which I think that would be one of
That's
the best things ever. It'd be
Absolutely.
so fun.
Agree.
Because they don't break character in between sets.
Yeah.
You don't talk to puppet. You talk to the puppet.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so Danny Trejo, while filming, his mom passed away. So he was just like, okay, I got like one or two more days on set, and then we'll go deal with all this. And he was trying to hold up, and then Kermit came up to him like in between scenes, was like, "Hey, Danny, heard about your mom. I hope if you want to talk." And then he said like that he just like hugged Kermit and cried.
I would too.
'Cause that was the thing that broke him.
If Kermit came up and he was like, "I'm so sorry, your mom passed away,"
Yeah.
it'd be over.
I feel like meeting any Muppet
Any of the Muppets
would make me
until I saw them lifeless, and then I would be
You
like,
don't see
see
that
that.
though. You don't see that.
if I like
They
actually,
had that. They don't
Let me leave the room first when you put them
if
down.
I opened the wrong closet
No,
and just saw
they
them,
do a great job at that. Also, puppetry's crazy.
it's
It is
insane.
That's a
crazy.
conversation for another day.
I-
Puppetry
Man,
I'm trying to
shit.
think.
Watch the Jim Henson documentary on Disney+.
It's a good time.
It again, we're talking about crying. Got me
Also,
multiple times.
You guys want to cry? Watch the Mr. Rogers documentary talking about all this
Oh.
stuff.
Oh man.
Mr. Rogers.
He's the.
That made me feel guilty as a nanny.
Can I say this
When I
about
watched
Mr.
the
Rogers?
Mr. Rogers
This is for our
documentary.
listeners that need to know this. He's my new. I realize I judge people. I'll say mainly white people. How
Yeah.
close are you to Mr. Rogers? I think about even politics.
Oh, you're talking about like the standard of a human?
Hand of a human.
Ah.
So even I was telling somebody the other day, like, hey, I get it. Politically, people might do
Left,
stuff
right,
that you don't
yada,
like.
yada, yada,
Ask yourself,
Ask
how
yourself.
close
All right.
is your candidate to Mr. Rogers?
I'm gonna-
and it will never lead you astray.
I'm
if they
gonna-
are far from Mr. Rogers,
Get him out of here.
yo, get the closest one to Mr. I'm not saying they perfect.
Not perfect.
Everybody I judge, how close are you to the
Mr.
Mr. Is the Mr.
Rogers.
You know
Rogers
what?
scale?
Let's pivot this podcast and it is Mr. Rogers.
It's a good time.
Bro,
It's
that
just
is
gotta
a
be-
secret dream of mine. Like,
We're just gonna be 3 Mr. Rogers.
I've put this on a vision board that like at some point in my life I want to be a Mr. Rogers like character for like kids.
I would do that right now.
I want to do that, except like my shoes like, oh, he put on Jordans.
Yeah,
like every episode they
yeah.
like, oh, where you get that from?
Fresh.
Yeah, you
Hey,
know, cardigans though. The
Internet.
Same. Hey,
Dear Internet,
I love to be
find whoever can make us Mr. Rogers.
Yeah,
What a time.
Put me on Sesame Street. That's one of my dreams.
Is it?
but who you want to meet?
Oh no, I don't. I want to be one of the humans on Sesame Street.
That's what I'm saying. But who you want? Like most humans, like they got like a
What's your
person.
scene?
Oh man, if I
Well,
can be in a scene with Bert and Ernie.
What about Rocco?
See, I don't like the newer ones.
Rocco.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. If I was ever famous enough to where I get to be cameo on Sesame Street, and then they introduce me, and you're like, oh yeah, you're with Jeff.
Ugh.
I'm be like, no. I want one of the legacy.
I gotta have a legacy kid.
I want.
I gotta have a legacy, bro.
You get me. Bert.
I gotta have a
Ernie,
legacy.
Cookie Monster.
Somebody count.
I'll take Telly.
Uh-huh.
Get
Like,
that.
I don't care.
Oscar.
Oscar.
I see you, my brother. I want to meet you.
Look,
Hey, man.
You get me Snuffy, like whatever.
I don't want none. I've always related to Oscar. That's my guy.
You don't want the non-binary 2020-2027.
That's great for kids these days.
Boy, said I need that old school. I need that old school.
Yeah.
Man, give me Harry Monster before you get me one of the other ones. Like, I want to sing Fuzzy and Blue with Grover. Let me do Monster in the Mirror.
I got you.
Is Cookie Monster or Oscar for me?
Honestly, Elmo might be a little too new for me.
Oh, no. Get out of here. Elmo.
You wouldn't vibe with Elmo?
Around for Elmo?
I respect Elmo. Elmo was kind of on the he was newer as I was like.
That's not true at all.
Younger than us.
Elmo would slap you.
What are you talking about?
What are you saying?
When did Elmo come in?
You just wasn't paying attention to Elmo.
I think for you,
1980.
Thank you.
Yeah, what are you saying?
1980.
I think
Elmo's always felt new to me.
Because he's a young.
Because he's 3.5.
He's supposed to be like a baby.
And also the Tickle Me Elmo probably when you were in high school, you were like, I don't do that.
Okay.
That's probably what it was.
Maybe that was it.
Elmo was around before we were born.
Elmo's always felt like new money to me.
He's 3.5. That's why. He's 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah, give me Cookie Monster. Give me an Oscar.
Cookie Monster would be great.
Cookie Monster would be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if I can,
I try to get Cookie Monster relapse because he's all about moderation now.
Is he?
Like, yeah, because it's like.
Oh, they don't let him eat
You
cookies.
can still eat cookie. Well, he wants to eat them, but he understands you got to have moderation.
Not him. Anybody else?
I'd be trying to get Cookie Monster out the wagon. They'd be like, Joel, stop bringing up cocaine and heroin on Sesame Street.
No, this is wrong. He shouldn't be in moderation.
That's why I want to be on Sesame Street.
Monster. No, moderation monster.
He doesn't like moderation, but he understands that he needs.
This is how he lives. See, he don't eat nothing else. He's malnutrition.
Here's the thing.
He don't have enough energy in him.
Give one of those.
Give Cookie Monster his cookies.
Give one of those new.
What are we doing?
One of these new liberal buckets.
Hey!
The moderation one. Let Cookie Monster be
The
Cookie.
two of you have never been closer to Dan right now.
No, I'm saying
I hate that so
moderation. It's not like he got vegetables. He is a Cookie Monster. That is his primary source of food.
Let my googly-eyed buddy eat his cookies where he shoves them into his face. They fall out of
make different types of cookies if he needs new nourishment, but don't say moderation. He's gonna die.
How do you eat broccoli going nom 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 nom? You don't eat broccoli like that.
Make a broccoli cookie. He don't care what on the cookie.
The
He just needs
without
cookies.
kids are so heated, and then we cut over to Damon, and he's just chilling.
He needs his cookies.
All right, so now
I can't believe they got him out here not
All
eating cookies. No Cookie Monster. You can't. How I'm gonna live?
He
That's
can
what I
eat
think.
cookies. It's just within moderation.
No.
Now I want to go on Sesame Street. I'm just gonna sneak him cookies all day.
He's not even a Cookie Monster anymore. He's a moderation monster.
I want to go liberate Cookie Monster.
Hey, free my man Cookie Monster.
Hashtag free Cookie Monster.
Get him off the Sesame Street. You gotta move.
You gotta move
to a place that respects you for who you are.
You gotta get out of Sesame Street.
You are a Cookie Monster. You're not a moderation monster. I don't know where the streets is around Sesame Street, but hey man, seek houses out there, man. Get your folks to get you out of there, man.
Cookie Monster, you come be our friend.
Make them protein cookies or something. Whatever these people are making. But you gotta eat cookies, man.
If you want to be on 4th and 10 Cookie Monster, you can eat a cookie.
Are they making him eat other things?
Episode.
Wait, are they making him eat other things?
I want to figure out what year he started not eating cookies, because that's the year my kids are going to stop watching Sesame Street. I'm so serious. Right now.
Are they making him eat other things? Is he like, oh, Cookie Monster, now try broccoli?
Is Bert not grumpy anymore, too? What do we do? We just sanitizing all the Muppets now?
Does he? I just need to know. Does he eat anything else?
Yeah.
What is he eating?
He eat fruits and vegetables.
He's eating
Get
stuff.
out of here!
Oh no!
Make him a strawberry cookie. Make him a banana cookie. But it's gotta be a cookie.
He loves cookies, but he he likes eating healthy eating habits.
No.
Are people right about the liberal media? Am I turning? Is this
no? There's a somebody on Sesame who has a gun.
Whoa, that's not true.
Okay.
That's not
Which one?
No, it's definitely Oscar.
It's Oscar.
Oscar. I wish you would come up in my can.
You would come up in my trash can,
It's because somebody threw it away after a crime.
Oh, for sure. Oscar was like, bet.
Okay.
I don't even like Big Bird like that.
The Snuffleupagus bring his big old nose over
He
here.
keep knocking me over with his wide body. I'm about
my lid back on.
to put two in Snuffleupagus'
My lid
backside.
back on.
Yeah, take me down to the curb when you're supposed to bring me back. Y'all don't be bringing me back from the curb and I'll be upset.
I think the best part
Just
about
rolled
it
me.
too, is he probably points it at people with that little worm on it,
Yeah.
and the worm intimidates you too.
Yeah, get in here, bow. Hey man,
They made a homeless character.
Oscar's already homeless.
That's the weird. Yeah.
He's got a can.
Oscar's home. That's
Oscar
Kid
is
City.
home.
Also,
there's a whole house behind him.
People say Oscar's homeless. Big Bird is just in a nest on the sidewalk.
I've never seen Big Bird's residence.
He's got a big nest.
He do got that big nest.
And it's just
you
on.
seen it?
That's when he sleep when he goes to.
Y'all seen Big Bird's nest?
You've never seen him
sleep.
sleep. He snores.
I've never seen Shanae, and I've never seen where Big Bird sleeps.
Big,
Those are the two worlds that collide.
Okay.
Big Bird's got a big nest.
Yeah.
And when he sleeps, it's adorable.
Yeah,
He
he
tucks his beak in. He goes.
And it,
Yeah.
It's great, man.
Not Shanae. I meant Big Shirley.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm about to say, you've seen.
I meant Big
several
Shirley.
episodes.
We never seen Big Shirley.
Fair.
All right.
I'm on a campaign now, dog. We
Look,
free
Big
my man.
Bird's kind of homeless.
I've never seen that.
That's not homeless. That's
All
where
right,
birds
that's
live.
Birds live
He's
in that.
Birds live
camping.
Birds live in that.
Yeah, he
But
lives
Oscars
there.
don't live in trash cans.
No.
That's
Just because you a grouch don't mean you relegate to a trash can, man.
No.
There's plenty of grumpy people with roofs over their head, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back for a few episodes, and we're gonna dissect like Jerry Seinfeld and Jimmy Gaffigan.
Yeah.
Sesame Street.
Yeah, got to.
Because that was a lot. We got to get out of here.
We got to get out of here.
That
But
was a
man,
Man.
Hey,
Also,
man,
bring
free
back
my-
the owl that played the saxophone. I love that guy.
oh, you was deep
on
in it.
Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gone by that time.
Yeah.
Al played a saxophone.
How are you cool with that, but not Elmo?
Elmo
Man,
around.
Go get you out of here.
Out of here.
When you get a chance, Google "Put Down the Ducky." That's one of their best songs.
I mean, listen. This
Uh-oh.
is
You got more information? More information?
Oscar has a large fancy house.
What?
He's not homeless. He's not living. He lives in a magical trash can.
Okay, there you go. Magical trash can. They're trying to be cute.
I don't know why. Because kids who like Oscar don't think they get a magical trash
This
can.
is also true.
But like young man,
It's
you can
bigger
have a
on
trash
the
can.
inside, TARDIS style.
I have heard of that. I've heard on the inside. He
So
got,
yeah,
he got
so
it.
he like goes inside
And
of
then
the
he, like,
can and it's bigger. So
I don't
he's
believe
not
it if I don't see it.
Nah, I like
you
it.
see it. You go. You
Yeah.
Oh, they show it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oscar's on some. I don't got it. I live beneath my means. Meanwhile, Oscar be having a
That
good
boy
time.
be having the kids on and then go back to the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
My life sucks.
So he frugal
until I
with
go
it.
on my mansion. Yeah.
You wear the same shirt every day?
Yeah,
Black
you know
tee,
what I'm saying.
black tee,
Yeah,
black
just try
tee
to model,
jeans.
you know,
Yeah.
Black
He dresses
tee.
like the bear, where it's like a white tee
Yeah,
every day,
that's
but it's
it.
a $95 white tee.
Meanwhile, I got the Maserati
lavish.
in the back.
Living lavish.
Lavish.
Yeah. All on recycle money.
No, thank you, Taco Bell. I will not round up.
Yeah.
Boy, got Taco Bell in his house like Devontae
Exactly.
Adams.
Oh.
We did it.
All right, y'all. That's it.
we go.
Thank you so much for being our
We
neighbor.
argue about women. We finished together with about
There we
puppies.
go.
Yeah. We give you everything.
We give you everything, man.
We give you
Speaking of,
everything.
Justin Taylor did say love the variety this week: sports, Muppets, bachelor parties, and feelings.
Come on, man.
Look, if I could do a podcast every week that's sports and Muppets,
I would not be on that every week.
you wouldn't.
In 2025, you might.
All right, look, that might be a
Hey.
Patreon exclusive.
Hey.
Sports and weekly Muppet roundup with
Hey.
Nate. Let's do it.
Hey.
Patreon.com/4th and 10. I'm gonna do that when I get home.
Do it.
Muppet roundup. Let's see what we're doing this week.
Do
We're
it.
gonna go. That's what we're doing. We're breaking down every episode of the Muppet Show.
All right.
Look,
He having a moment over
I'm
here.
having a that's great.
Listen, keep those
Yeah.
moments.
My name's Nathan Owens. You can find me on Twitter.
Boy had a moment.
He did.
What? I forgot we were here.
Man, I was thinking about every.
God, we were here.
I was thinking
Got transported to a
every
magical
guest
world.
star that I like each bit from the
Yo.
Muppet Show. I was like, I don't want to start with the Mark
man
Hamill
zoned
episode,
out.
but like, it is crazy that he debuted his Empire Strikes Back costume on the Muppet Show. That's
man zoned
insane.
all the way up.
If you're in Dallas this weekend, I'm going to be at Dallas Comedy Club featuring for Catherine Blanford. Show up to that. It's going to be a good time. 7:30 and 9:30 Friday and Saturday. NathanOwensComedy.com for all my other dates.
Dang.
Yo, follow me Instagram and Twitter at Do or Die. That's at DUEORDIE. Here in Atlanta, I'll be at Laughing Skull Lounge Friday and Saturday. If you see me Saturday though, and I'm not good, it's not all my fault. It's homecoming weekend, so you get what you get.
There it is.
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, jokes, book smut, Damon Jr. 2, DAMONJR at the number 2.
Hey, and let me just say, you've made this day special by just being you. And I'll be back next time.
You don't have it.
I don't
you don't
have,
have
I,
what it
I don't have
takes.
it right now.
You don't have what it takes.
I don't have
was
what it-
that?
I don't
He
have
was
what it
trying
takes.
to
I was
lift
trying. I
the
was
rocket.
like seeing what. I was right now.
Just
Yeah.
stay in the morning news.